Well, hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Great sound, eh? I like the compression. It's going
You as
good, man. It's
well.
going good. Yeah.
Oh, oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm really digging the mic that you got and that whole setup you got going on. So it goes both ways.
Yeah, man. I can you can listen to it right away. And I'm a fan of compression. So that's the first thing that I listen to.
Oh, awesome. Well, with
Well,
that in mind, thank you very much for taking the time to do this interview.
thanks a lot for having me, man. It's a pleasure.
Oh, awesome. Well, it's great to be able to talk to you and be able to talk about some amazing new music coming out next week through Steamhammer SPV with How to Shroud Yourself with Night.
That is right, man. It's just 1 week away. I'm incredibly excited. And the whole band is just like on fire, you know?
Oh, yeah, and I can definitely say that. I mean, with every subsequent listen that I give to this album, I start to appreciate it more and more. I love the diversity that's going on, whether it's sounding doomier, whether there's some black metal moments, whether it's hitting like the dark goth moments, or just like having that maintaining that core sound of what the band is always about. I love everything that's going on with this album.
Perfect, man. I really like it. I can hear the excitement, and I think that that's what it's all about, man. One of the greatest thing I think that Lacrimas has right now, it's the variety that we are putting in, and especially in this genre, I don't think that there's any band in this genre that is doing what we are doing. We are really offering a huge variety. I mean, just in how to shroud yourself with night, you got doom, you got little tints of black metal, and then you have like some kind of core, like goth core as Oliver calls it, and then you have like some goth rock, and the voice changing it quite a lot, and there's tons of layers, and it's like it's all of your favorite bands just in one single one, and in one album, man. So we are very, 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 very excited, to be honest. And I'm incredibly happy every time that I listen to reviews, and you guys are enjoying it so much. I'm incredibly happy about it.
Yeah, and I'm so happy to hear everything that you have to say about this album as well too. I mean, I can definitely hear it in your voice. It's just like I can hear that you love the variety that's going on with this album and the reception that it's getting so far. And I imagine next week when this finally drops, just hearing the full fan reception is going to be incredible.
Yes, man, we've been waiting for such a long time. I mean, it's an album that it's been more than 2 years in the making, and it's been going through so many different layers. There was a pandemic going on, there was war going on, there was so many crazy things around. Bleeding the Stars was a great success. And obviously all of that as well had an impact in our heads of what's going to happen with the next one. But we were organically loyal to art, and we went for what we wanted to do, and what we believed in, and we are incredibly happy about it, and we are so excited to play the songs live. We're going to have a rehearsal on the 31st of this month, and we're going to be playing a bunch of new songs, so we're very, very excited about it, man.
Oh, that makes me so excited. And that actually answers a few questions that I had lined up. I mean, I'm very curious to see what that set list is going to be. And, every time that there's a new album cycle going on, I mean, that's got to be such a cool feeling that you can switch things up. I mean, obviously playing the classics, but also being able to switch it up and play some new songs that you have that newfound love for.
Absolutely, man. I actually, one of the things that I'm incredibly grateful even for is that Lacrimas used to end every show with a song that is called Ave Ends or Avens, and we put out Bleeding the Stars, and Father of Fate is right now the song to go for finishing the show. So I think that we, after so many years, imagine after so many years in the career of the band, we are making something so new and exciting. And I mentioned it before, I'm very, very proud of Lacrimas, because I think that they are really creating something new inside of the scene, because there's so many bands nowadays, that everybody says that sounds the same stuff. And I really do believe in what we are doing right now. I think that that huge variety and the mixture between all of the modern kind of stuff that I'm bringing to the band and all of the classic knowledge that they have. It's just creating something very interesting and very organic and very alive and very vivid, you know? So man, I it's gonna be next Friday. I'm incredibly excited. All of my guys are gonna be ready. And yes, I definitely want to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and you've mentioned it, and I think it just bears so much repeating as well too. Like the reason that I enjoy this band so much is the variety that does happen. I mean, with every single album, you hear different variety that's going along with it. And this time, just like hearing how dark it does get, but still being able to hit all of these different genres that I love so much, but it still is very much the band, which I appreciate. I mean, it doesn't feel like you're hitting these different styles just to say that you can hit them. It's something that it sounds authentic and you want to be able to create the music and the lyrics that's going on with it.
Yes, no, it's because it's the same band, is the soul. It is the substance, from what Lacrimas is. And again, like Lacrimas said, it's a band that it's been on the road for 30 years. So to be honest, like so many bands from nowadays, I'm pretty sure that they had at least some influence from Lacrimas. That's one of the reasons that as well is it's a little bit funny to see people comparing us with new bands, because because it's like, yeah, actually Lacrimas has been there for a long, long time. Um but yeah, this variety for me personally is so important. I jumped with Living the Stars, and every song for me, it's a whole new world, it's something that deserves its own character, its own flavor, its own little world in there going on. And every song, I have a different approach, and you can listen to that right away in the vocals. There's like different colors in what I'm doing, there's different layers, there's the variety. I think that the variety is for me one of the most important things, as I'm a person that I get bored very easily. I'm always looking for evolution, and I'm looking for challenging myself. With this record, I was challenging my vocals, trying some new stuff. Some people does not know this, but all the screams that I'm doing in this new record are a totally different technique that one I did in Bleeding the Stars, and I like it way better right now. So I was practicing, and I was working with my screams for quite a while. And you have some falsettos in there, and you have like some raspy chest voice, and like you have tons of stuff. And so I'm incredibly happy that you guys are enjoying it so much, and you are being so respectful, because nowadays I think that like so many audiences and stuff, like they just try to cage artists, and they just don't want to let them like do anything different than the one they already did.
And that's so interesting to me because I've always been the polar opposite of that. I love it when a band or an artist or a project or whatever the case is able to fully spread their wings and create the music that they want to make, because that's always going to have the most authenticity behind it. And when you're able to show off these things and it's like, well, this song, we want to do something different from the rest of the album, there's a reason normally for that. And when you're able to shine that off rather than feeling like you have to be trapped in this formulaic sound, I just appreciate it when a band is able to do that and still maintain what the band is all about.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. I think that it's to me, I actually appreciate when a band comes with something new, that they try to give you something new, because all of those songs that people might love, that reminds you when you kiss your girlfriend for the first time, or when whatever is high school, or whatever, the songs are there, like they're forever. But you as an artist, as a band, you just need to keep on. Well, you don't need to, you can, and I appreciate that. And I'm that kind of person. Like, I like to keep on evolving, I keep on challenging myself, and just exploring new universes, inside of art and music. And I'm exactly like you, man. I appreciate variety so much, and I think that is it's what ends up as well creating new stuff, new sounds, more exciting things. If everybody will do just this exactly the same all time, I think that eventually everything would just die. There would be no evolution. It's like back in the days, there was a lot of experimenting, and that's one of the reasons that I try to encourage all of the new artists to experiment. Just you need to break the rules sometimes. It doesn't matter how much you love certain band and how much you want to be the singer of each band, or you want to be in that band. There's one that you need to kill the father at some point. You need to kill those sort of influences at some point, and you need to learn to move and see who you are inside of all of that, and just break the rules. Many times it's even like on a technical way. It just sounds good for you or not. And I like breaking rules, and I do believe that that's where evolution comes from.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. And, thinking about that as well too, with everything that you've been talking about and wanting to be able to push yourself more with this record, was there like any particular moments where you feel like you were able to accomplish something new, or any barrier you were able to take down with this record?
Actually, for me personally, I got to break a lot of boundaries that I used to had with some other songs that I wrote even before this record, and that is for some from personal projects and stuff, because I'm such a fan of variety once again, that I stopped listening to all of the bands that I loved, and that I knew that they were influencing me so hard, for the sake of reconstruct myself and kind of like figure out myself on a different environment musically. So that's what I did, and let's say that I got ready through that for the making of this album. I People doesn't know that, but actually I prepare myself quite good. You need to kind of like prepare yourself emotionally, mentally, technically. It's a whole journey what you need to do there. And of course, I mean, you look at just the song Curtain of White Silence, and I was with Oliver on the at the studio, and we just had this moment where we were working on the chorus, and I think that is probably the barrier that I could tell you that I feel that we broke with that song. We were just doing that one thing that we didn't even know that we were gonna do until we were there in the studio. Like that song literally was born in the studio. Most of the songs we already had a lot of ideas and stuff like back in the pre-production, but Curtain was that song that was born in the freaking studio. Like after recording some other stuff, during the night we were on these bunk beds, me and him talking about life and talking about many stuff, and we just came up with Curtain, and we fell in love so much in the chorus and stuff. So that song, I think that is that kick to the barrier of anything, and we were just like, okay, if people is able to respect this song and understand it and stuff, it's gonna be so exciting. Where are we gonna get to go musically?
And, I love that so much as well too, because I love the fact that that song was created in the studio, and it does have like this great black metal tinge in the chorus, but also you released it as a single and a full-on video as well too. I mean, the fact that you were able to create something in the studio just like that, and being able to use that musical chemistry, and it is easily one of the highlights of the album for me.
I love to hear that so much, man. And you know why? Because in the music, in the career that I've had, every song that I write, every project in the one that I'm into, I love the fact that everybody has a different favorite song. There's some people who is like, oh my God, I really like Kingdom Solicitude. There's some other ones that are like, oh, Celested Woman is my highlight. And there's some other people like us, no, that is like, fuck, like Curtain is just that one wild storm, that I was waiting for. And like there's something for everyone to connect, on a bigger picture that talks a lot about, or for me it kind of talks a lot about the world, like how there can be so much variety, but at the same time being on the same package, you know, and being in the same concept, in the same world, and coexist with that, you know. So I can tell you, for me and Oliver as well, Curtin is a very important song, and we are so excited to play it live, you know, especially at more metal festivals. If we are playing Vaca next year or so, it's just gonna do so good, man.
Oh yeah, I can already imagine because I love the way these sound on record, but just being able to hear them in the live setting is just going to have that whole new experience behind it.
Yes, you should see Dominic playing the drums. It's impressive to see him playing the drums on that song. That guy's pretty crazy. I was he was setting up the drums while we were shooting the video, and he was practicing a little bit, and god damn it, like, you know, like everybody in the room was just like staring at him, you know, with all the lights and shit going on, and him like playing that song, and we were just like, I don't know, it just, there's something going on, you know, and we just love it so fucking much, man. We're on fire with it.
Oh yeah, and that's another great part of this album that I truly appreciate, and I'm so glad you mentioned about like how the drums sound on this record is because I feel like everyone has their moments to shine throughout this entire album. I mean, there's like particular moments between the entire album where you can pick out the guitar or the drums or the vocals or the bass where it's just like it really hits you in a specific way. And I love that you can go back and find all these different layers to the songs and be able to appreciate all these different moments.
Absolutely. You know what is the thing? In the band, there's no really major ego between any of us, you know. For me, at any point, it's just like, oh, the vocals are the most important thing ever, so just like I need to shine in here, or the guitar player, no, Oliver, or like nobody thinks like that. We just want to create something genuine. We want to create something exciting, something new, something organic. And to us, the only thing that matters is to create a good piece of art, you know. So if there is a part where the keyboards are the main thing, then so should it be. If the guitars come and they have something very special, then they have to be on the spotlight with the vocals or whatever, you know. So for us, the bottom line is just to create something incredible.
Yeah, and again, I can't stress it enough that you absolutely more than accomplished that with this record. And every time that I listen to it, I'm like I alluded to, I'm able to pick out different layers from the album, and I'm able to appreciate something else. Like when I go back to a particular song, like maybe the guitar riff will hit me more. Sometimes a drum fill will be able to hit me more, or a vocal melody will be able to hit me more. It has that replay value, and I think especially
Oh
with
my
albums in
god, man, that's so
2022,
important.
that's what's so important is that replay value.
Man, that is a great freaking compliment. That's really awesome, because yeah, we've been talking about it during some interviews, and so how you can listen to a record, and you can listen to a song, for example, like Cloak, and it's been on the radio for already more than a month, and it's doing great, and so on. So it has that kind of like easy listening kind of hit, but the more that you're listening to the whole record, the more things that you're gonna discover, because there's like so many. There's my brother was listening to the record the other day, you know, and he was telling me like, hey man, I didn't pay attention before, but there's like this low vocal layer in there, sounds pretty awesome, or this melody on the keyboards is really cool, and I didn't notice that this melody on the guitar was going on in there, or what it's doing the bass here, or this drum fill. So there is a lot of a lot of hidden materials, you know, for you to keep on listening, to keep on finding new things, and even like a new perspective on the song than the first time that you listen to it. So yeah, that replay value, that's such an important thing nowadays. And to be honest, I think that all of that as well comes very naturally for us, because exactly that reason, we are doing it genuine. We're doing something genuine, you know. We are not playing formulas and stuff like that, which is like, I think that many bands is just like, okay, like everybody go that way, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go that way, you know. And we're just like, hold on a second, like I'm just gonna be here, and if I fuck up, I fuck up, and I'm just gonna experiment and do crazy thing. And if maybe I'm not supposed to do this, then I'm gonna do it, you know. So I think that works for us.
Oh, it truly does, and I love that again musically, everything that's going on with this. But I also got to say, as well, visually, everything that's been going on as well too. I mean, starting off with the album cover, I feel is just a great representation of the
Mm.
album. I mean, it fits so well with the songs, and I'm glad that that was chosen as the album cover because it fits so perfectly.
Me too, man. I saw the cover for the first time, and I was like, it's one of those times when you don't have any doubt, you know. It's just like, yeah, that's the one. I think that I'm too romantic when it comes to writing songs and stuff, because I do believe that there are things that they are just meant to be, you know. You're just kind of like fishing for those ideas, but they're it's supposed to be in a certain way. And I saw the record cover and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what we need on this one. And I like it because it's darker, it's way freaking darker, it's way more mysterious, which I also appreciate quite a lot. So it's very different than Bleeding the Stars. Bleeding the Star was to me like a way brighter record. This one is really like the mean brother, and it's so mysterious. I feel that there's so many hidden stuff in this record and so much evolution and things that they're just weird, you know, but they have something so special that you just can't let them go.
Oh, I truly agree. And I gotta imagine, with that as well too, because you want to be able to show off all these songs. Obviously, I mean that's why they're on the record. But when you want to be able to show off the right songs as singles before ahead of the release, and you want to be able to make the videos, was that a hard choice to be able to decide what songs you wanted to be able to show off that way?
It was not so. It was not so well with Cloak, for example. We kind of knew that that was going to be the first single. Uh, with the rest, it was a little bit. You know how it goes. With the band, there's so many different opinions. And inside of the band, we have different favorite ones, and so on. So there was a little bit of a talk, because it's so many different opinions. Oliver's brother as well is in the game, and the label as well. There's so many different opinions. So there was a little bit of a talk about what could be a good singles. But at the end of the days, I was a little bit like, I don't mind too much in this case, because I'm happy with every song. There's not, and that's something as well that I think that people should be able to appreciate, because we were just like, okay, we're gonna leave only good songs on the record, you know. There's no like, well, I'm gonna fill up the record with this one which is not so good, but it's another track and it's fine. We were just like choosing the very very best ones. So I was pretty much fine with whatever that we will choose for them, because I really like them quite a lot. I was listening to records like 2 days ago, and I was like, yeah, this really feels good. So yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah, it's funny because the reason I was asking about that is because every single song on here, nothing feels like a B-side, nothing feels like filler. It feels like every single song could have worked as a single in some way, shape, or form. And even more importantly, I feel like any of these songs would work perfectly in a live setting.
Yes, there's this song called Unseen, which actually is playing right now on the at the clubs. And that one is some people have done reviews and they have mentioned that it's like the groove monster, because in a live situation, I think that that one is going to be so good. Curtin, I think that is going to be doing pretty good as well with the metal audience. Uh, and as you said, one of the things that I like to do is that I listen to the record and I'm thinking I'm as well like a video. I do videos for the band, and so and I think about the possibility of doing some videos for other songs. And with the videos and with all of those images, every song just feels so special. So I'm pretty sure that we could have done a very good single out of basically every any song on the album, you know. And that makes me very proud, because I know that whatever that we are giving to the people, it's really something that we consider that is the best that we've done, you know. uh and that's, I think, the most respectful thing that you can do for the people that believes in you.
Oh, absolutely. And again, the fact that you do have that passion behind it, you have these ideas of what you want to be able to accomplish, obviously audibly, but visually as well too, and just being able to give songs a different light and be able to show it off in a different way. That's the great thing about videos. It's a great thing about singles. It's a great thing about being able to play songs in a live setting. It's just like there's so many different ways to be able to appreciate these songs, and it proves that a great song is a great song.
I couldn't agree more. Actually, it's one of those times when you play a song in acoustic, and to me, if it sounds good acoustic, it's gonna sound like good in whatever setup that you put it, and it's very different experience live. What Lacrimas is doing right now live, it's really really amazing. We're playing some very special shows. There's like an energy going on in there that I think that people is just being able to feel so vividly. And I think that that's also one of the reasons why everything is going so good. We step in on stage and we are ready to die, you know. We're just giving everything that we got, and there's something that's just very special going on, man. And people can feel that. uh and live is one experience. The record is going to be a different experience. The videos give you a different experience of it, and the people is going to take those songs and it's going to put them into their lives, into their heads, and that's as well going to bring a different experience for each one of them. And that's the beauty about art and about variety, you know, and evolution.
Oh, that just makes me so happy to hear that. And
Yeah, man.
with that in mind too, with the upcoming live shows, obviously with the album coming out next week, like what's going to be happening after the album release? Like what else is coming up?
Man, the album is coming next Friday, and then on the 31st of this month, we are going to be doing a rehearsal at the Munich backstage, and we are going to be we were talking, and I think that we're going to be streaming actually that rehearsal, and we're going to do all the people that is buying the record, we're going to be signing it live there during the live stream. I think that that was the idea. So that is one of the projects that we have. And then on the 1st of September, just the next day, we're starting our tour. We're starting Cologne, and then Oberhausen, Hamburg, I think Hannover, and we are gonna keep on playing in whole Germany. We're gonna have a lot of very beautiful people from all around the world. I know some of the people that follow me closely that it's gonna come from London, from the US as well, by the way, and from so many different places. So we're very excited about it. After that, we will see what of the days that we already have booked are actually going to happen because of the whole pandemic situation, etc. So we're going to have to improvise a little bit towards the end of the year, but we are looking forward to keep on like gaining more audience. We're looking forward to go to different countries and show them what we got nowadays and this new generation and new energy that Lacrimas has.
Oh, and that makes me so happy to hear that too. I mean, obviously with the last few years that we've had and the world in such turmoil for so many different reasons, the fact that you're in this position right now to not only be able to play these shows, not only be able to promote the album in a live setting and be able to give it that proper promotion, but just being able to like look forward and realize that hey, being able to go to these different countries is a possibility again, being able to see these audiences that we never thought we would see again, we can do again. I'm so happy to hear that, and you have that in mind already.
Yes, man, we do, and the U.S. is one of the main targets. You know, we really do want to go there. I know that there's incredible people over there. There's people that I deeply feel in love with in there. You know, because the audience is very magical, I would say. So we're fighting against all of the new issues that the industry is presenting to musicians and stuff. And we're just trying to work day and night for making things happen, and for getting to be close to all of these people around the world that is listening to our songs, because Lacrimas is a very international band. So we want to be there close as possible with all the people in the US, in Latin America, and beyond. You know, we're looking forward to it more than nothing else in the world.
Oh, that again, that is just so great to hear. And with that, I think that's an amazing note to end on too. I mean, a very positive note, and I really hope that everything continues in the world to go in the right direction to make all of those things happen. Being able to play over here in America, being able to play all of these countries either for the first time or being able to return to again, and everything that you got coming up as well too, as far as touring and being able to do the live stream, which people I can only imagine will be so excited to be able to check that out. And it's just like so many great things going on, and of course the new album coming out next Friday through Steamhammer SPV, which I'm so happy to see you guys are on such a great label to be able to promote such a fantastic album. And this has just been an incredible experience, and I thank you so very much for taking all of this time to be able to talk to me about all of it.
Thanks a lot to you, man. I am very happy. Thanks for having me, and it was a great chat. I really like to talk with passionate people, and I can hear that you are a passionate person. So thank you so much. I'm very grateful, and I'm blessed to do what I do. Thanks to all the people that follow me close and make all of this possible to me. So thank you so much, man.